Impossible is a word found only in a dictionary of fools.
What's up, guys? Good morning. It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So I wanted to start off by saying, yes, this is day 12 video of the One Big Impact 30-day weight loss challenge. Now, really quick, I wanted to talk about, first of all, drink your damn water. Grab your damn water. It's not going to be a super long video, but that could be a potential lie. As you know, sometimes it doesn't always work out like planned. Today's video is actually, should I eat before a workout? What should I eat before a workout? Should I eat after a workout? It's basically an overview of eating in consideration and taking into consideration what eating has to do with exercise and stuff like that. So I get this question a lot. A lot of people are asking me, should I do this? Should I do that? So we're going to cover 10 things, and I will do my best to cut out all the chit chat and get this video off to you. Okay, so the first important thing that I want to address is if you are an individual that has any major health concerns, whether it's diabetes, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, anything like that, you need to, at the very least, contact your personal trainer, somebody that's working with you on a daily basis that can regulate these type of things, and also watching you while you work out. I'm not there, so I can't do anything for you. And also, it's also important when you're doing an exercise regimen to go ahead and consult your primary care physician, your doctor, your family doctor, so they know what's going on and if you have any restrictions or anything that you need to watch out for. Specific concern with diabetics and stuff like that, your blood sugar levels and everything can go really low while you're working out. So keep an eye on that. If you're working with a trainer or anything like that, make sure they know your health concerns and stuff like that so they can keep an eye on it as well. So without further ado, number one is it's goal dependent. Okay, so depending on what you're looking to do, things will change. Now we're going to go a little bit further into those. The first thing I want you to do is answer this question, or ask yourself this question. Am I trying to burn fat? Am I trying to increase muscle? Because your food will also be a factor in considering what you're doing. Like if you're following Atkins, it's going to be completely different than what if you're trying to do bodybuilding. If you're trying to do bodybuilding, it's going to be completely different than like a ketogenic diet. A ketogenic diet is going to be completely different from endurance training and stuff like that. So please keep that in mind, but answer that question first before you continue the video. Now, let's cover some general foods that you should not be eating before a workout. First of all, sugary foods, snacks, like, you know what I mean, like cookies. Some people are like, oh, I want to eat bananas before, and I want to eat strawberries and yogurt, and I want to go to Starbucks and stuff like that. Just stop. It's not going to work. Energy drinks, sodas, and the reason that these things should be avoided. Now, obviously, if your macros count for certain things or whatever, that's fine. I'm not saying all of these things are bad necessarily, depending on how your program is designed. But it's important that you understand that if you eat all kinds of stuff and random junk and stuff like that before a workout, yeah, initially and even during the workout, it can make you feel really good. I'm a big proponent. Like I used to eat horrible right before a workout. I felt great, had an amazing workout, had tons of bad carbs and stuff like that right before a workout. And of course I felt good during the workout because I had tons of energy and expendable energy and stuff like that. But and afterwards I would feel really bad. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted and stuff like that. So please keep that in mind. It's a major factor. Don't go to the gym fueled full of garbage. So if your plan is to go in the gym and burn fat, like this is your major thing that you want to work on. If you're looking to burn fat, it's important that you understand that whatever's in your body when you go to the gym is going to be burned first. Now, specifically with cardio, I personally recommend that you should do fasted cardio. If you don't do well on an empty stomach at the gym, that's fine. But you shouldn't be asking a question then. But, and it doesn't have to be crazy intense cardio or anything like that. You want to hit that fat burning mode, whatever it is for your target heart rate to be in fat burning mode. I think mine's like 110 beats per minute and stuff like that. It's not like you're running and stuff, but it's also not a very slow walk. It's kind of an in-between thing, is the fat burn zone. So keep that in mind. But I want you to be able to split these two things up, as far as like if you're doing fasted cardio but you're also exercising during the day. I think it's important that you wake up, go to the gym, or go to your treadmill, or go on a walk, or whatever your fasted cardio can be. Go ahead and do that, then have your meal, and then maybe shortly after that you can work out. Now the reason, and that's specifically if you're looking for nutrition, as far as you need energy while you're working out and stuff like that. If you can go straight through, go straight through. That's perfectly fine, as far as like Atkins and stuff like that. But remember, muscle building, endurance training, all those things are going to be completely different. I'm talking specifically about Atkins as far as that's concerned, with needing the energy while you're working out. Okay, so something completely different and on the complete opposite spectrum of Atkins. This has nothing to do with Atkins necessarily at all. So a lot of people will find themselves in the bulking phase, where they're trying to gain muscle and stuff, and they've significantly increased their carbohydrate intake, as well as their protein, as well as their overall caloric intake and stuff like that. So if you're in this level, a lot of the times you can benefit from giving yourself those extra carbohydrates before workout, but also keep in mind your carbohydrates that you had, if you're eating say 300 400 carbs a day or something like that, which is actually quite normal for somebody that's bulking. If you're doing that on a daily basis, you still have carbohydrates left in your body from the day prior. Now that being said, you can also carb up before you go to be able to maximize your intensity, because you're looking to put on muscle and lift every weight possible and pushing for new strength gains each and every single day. And those carbohydrates, aka sugar, aka energy, can really help you with those gains. Now that being said, I don't want you to say, you know what, I'm going to the gym, I'm just going to eat Ben & Jerry's or something like that. Remember that rice, pastas, sweet potatoes, things like that, you want to get good quality whole foods that will be slow digesting carbs, so that you are, if you're in the gym for 2 hours, you know, potatoes and rice are going to be a heck of a lot better than gummy bears and ice cream. You know, they're going to last you longer and be able to sustain that prolonged intense energy that you're going to be able to need to sustain longer workouts. Now in direct relation to what I just said, but almost the complete opposite, whether it's Atkins or otherwise, a lot of the times people don't like to go to the gym feeling full. They like to get their, especially with Atkins, if you're following Atkins or a strict regimen or anything like that, everybody wants to eat when they're hungry after working out and stuff. So that could be really crucial for a lot of people. So if you are Atkins specific, excuse me, try to get the majority of your carbs, and I know you're probably 20, 40, 60 carbs or something like that, but try to get a lot of them directly after a workout to be able to restore and refill. And if you're not Atkins and you're just bodybuilding or something like that, make sure you get those the majority of your carbohydrates, or as well as some other things, and I'll talk about those in the next numbers, to be able to fill your depleted glycogen stores, because you're going into the gym, you're exercising, you're getting all of that glycogen stores are completely depleted inside your muscles, and you need to fill your sugar stores back up, meaning your carbohydrate or your glycogen levels are extremely low. So try to pump that back in there. And a lot of people are probably going to say, well, I'm not eating a lot of carbs. I understand that, but try to get, you know, if one of your meals is 10 carbohydrates and one of your meals is 5 carbohydrates, try to have the 10 carbohydrate meal directly after your fitness regimen, so that you can try to refill those. Remember, if you're on Atkins, you're not trying to do bodybuilding. If you're on bodybuilding, you're not trying to do Atkins. Now, necessarily, you could manipulate your carbohydrates and your protein intakes and stuff like that, no matter what plan you're on. But remember, these are going to be plan specific, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I get this question a lot. People ask me, when should I have my protein shakes? I want to have my protein shakes before my workout, after my workout. What do I do? So first of all, if you're drinking protein shakes and you don't know how much protein that you're supposed to be intaking on a regular basis, stop, because you're playing around. You're just screwing around with protein because it's sweet. Specifically on Atkins, it's like you're babysitting a lot of the times with people on Atkins. They're always trying to get that sweet feeling inside their mouth, whether it's through sugar-free Atkins snacks or protein shakes, or they're trying to you're just constantly trying to feel that feeling of sugar because it's an addiction. So please, if you don't know what you're supposed to be consuming as far as shakes or something like that, stop. But that being said, protein shakes, I feel, are going to be best after a workout. Now, I would say you don't have to be psycho about it, but it's probably good to go ahead and get your fast digesting, fast synthesizing proteins right afterwards, right after your workout, because you don't want your body to start breaking down its own protein to use it for fuel, because you are depleted from all whether it's carbohydrates, proteins, fats, and stuff like that. Your body's empty. So you want to go ahead and get the protein in there so that your body will eat that rather than, and that will be able to fuel as far as like repairing the muscle and stuff rather than it breaking down its own body, its own muscle tissue and stuff like that. So a lot of you probably said, well, I'm not taking protein shakes, and you're freaking out. Okay, so stop. If you're not taking protein shakes, that's fine. Just go ahead and get a good quality, wholesome meal after you work out. Don't panic. You don't have to be the guy that's, if you're not looking to put on 100 pounds of size or something like that, and you're not going to the Olympia or something, or if you're not pushing for that, don't worry about it. Within 30 minutes to an hour after your workout, it's perfectly fine. Go ahead and get some real protein, whether it's chicken breast or something like that, and it's going to do your body perfectly fine. You don't have to panic. You don't have to have your meal there with you at the gym or anything like that. It's not dire that you're eating in the locker room. Just be sure to get the meals that are required within 30 minutes to an hour after you're working out. Okay, number 9 is a little bit of a touchy subject. So if you're on Atkins, fast forward this. But if you're following a muscle building program or anything like that and you're trying to manipulate hormones and things like that, remember, simple sugars can be your friend, but they can also be your enemy. It's important that if you don't have the ability to control yourself with simple sugars and stuff like that, a lot of the times you can eat like a handful of gummy bears or a couple donuts or some chocolate milk or something like that. And what this does is this sends, obviously it spikes insulin and does different things like that, but this also sends the simple sugar, meaning the glycogen or the carbs before they turn to carbs or before they turn to sugar. If you understood all that madness, that sends it rushing into your muscle stores and stuff like that, so it can really fill those up. So a lot of the times after a really extreme workout, you'll want to do simple sugars because that can actually help you rush it into the muscle, and it's not going to get stored as fat. The problem with simple sugars is if you're consuming them on a daily basis, every day, all day, it's not anything to do with fitness or exercise or anything like that, so it just gets stored as fat. That's the problem. We all look for that immediate reaction of, ooh, I just had 3 candy bars and I feel great, but the problem is 2.75 of those candy bars are going right onto your buttocks. So please keep that in mind. Simple sugars are very beneficial on a lot of regimens. Obviously, if you're following Atkins, that's not going to be able to be part of your regimen, and it's also not part of my regimen, even though I'm working on the bodybuilding thing, and specifically because I have a difficult time eating just 30 gummy bears or eating a couple donuts or whatever. It can really help in a negative way trigger me to eat bad on a more regular basis. So know your weaknesses, know your strengths. If you're fine and you don't have like problems eating you know, a couple bad things and then bouncing right back and being okay, that's fine. That's awesome. Specifically, if you're doing a bulking program, maybe you have a little bit more leniency, but if you're doing like cutting phases, I would probably try to phase out some of those simple sugars and get away from those, because you're going to be eliminating your carbohydrate intake. Just to wrap up and recap and tell you the most important thing, number 10 is going to be, when you are following exercise regimens, you're going to the gym regularly, you're doing your fitness, your meal planning, your meal prepping, you're doing this lifestyle change. The most important factor is not necessarily when you're eating, what you're eating, or what's going on, as far as like in relation to your exercise program, as far as going to the gym and time like that. The most important factor is that you're meeting your overall nutritional needs, whether it's macros, whether it's net carbohydrates, whether it's your fats, your proteins, your simple sugars. No matter what it is, it's important that you're meeting your overall intakes, calories, whatever it is. So the big picture is, you can go work out every single day, but if you're eating like crap, you're not going to see the results that you want. You can go to the gym, on the other hand, you can go to the gym and not worry about when you're getting your protein, and you can worry about not when you're eating your meals or whatever, but as long as you're eating your 5 meals a day, it doesn't matter if you go and eat your protein shake before you work out. It's not going to affect you as much as, you know, as long as you're getting your overall meals in for the day and you're staying within your healthy ranges and everything like that, it does not matter as much as if you weren't following anything. So if you're going to the gym and you're following everything that needs to be done, and you're eating your vegetables and your proteins and your healthy fats throughout the day, you're going to be good. But if you're going to the gym and then you hit McDonald's afterwards, and then you know, maybe you eat part of your meal for lunch that you meal prepped, and then for dinner you go hit up the bar and you're, you know, drinking 25 beers or something like that. And then the next day you hit the gym, you slam your protein shake afterwards, and you got your simple sugars and stuff like that, and you stay on track. But then the next day you go party. Like, it's kind of obvious what's going to benefit you more. It's going to benefit you more to stay on track with your meals rather than, you know, just kind of bouncing around with everything. You guys, I hope you guys like our video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions as far as like food in relation to exercise or anything like that, please put them in the comment section below. I'm really curious. If you could, please tell me in the description below what your regimen is, as far as like workout in relation to eating, in relation to like shakes, in relation to simple sugars or carbohydrates or whatever. How do you do it? What works best for you? And please join us on our Facebook group. It's called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. I'll put a link in the description below. I'll also put a link in the description below for a couple things that I feel that are going to be necessary on your journey when you're getting started with healthy living in general. You guys, hashtag be stronger than your excuses. Remember to spread love, not hate. Also, check us out on onebigimpact.com and on our Instagram at onebigimpact. Have a beautiful day, guys. Keep up the good work. And you know what? Just keep grinding. Don't stress on anything. Peace.